Generation of wussies. Our generation is too easy on our current kids, causing our kids to have false egos, as well as false grades. Because everyone gets awards that they do not deserve, kids do not know whether or not they are truly being successful. This takes away from a child's growing process, which results in them being confused. Once a child is confused, they won't know if what they got is what they truly deserved. Because of our generation being so soft, we have fallen as a superpower education wise, and are not succeeding compared to other countries. Children go to their parents for everything. If they have never gone to be detached from their parents, they cannot grow up. An example is seen from an article which tells us the story of a college freshman who received a C minus on her first test. She had a meltdown in class and texted her mother, who later called demanding to talk to the professor. Just the fact that a college student would cry about a grade in college and complain to her parent just shows how much of a wuss our generation is. Everyone gets a reward. It does not matter what it is for. Let it be participation, they will get an award. It is becoming a joke that every child gets an award for doing something that they should already be doing. It degrades the meaning of an award. Expectations in schools have it inflated since grades have been inflated so much. There are even public schools that refuse to give their students a grade below a C, since many kids get A's that 43% of all college students are receiving them according to a study by grade inflation gurus. Since schools won't allow kids to get below a C in class, nobody fails. Since nobody fails, competition dies out as nobody has to drive to work harder. If you can pass by a bare minimum, then kids would work at the bare minimum rather than trying to accomplish more. Since kids have grown rarely experiencing failure, they do not learn what failure is. For a child to grow, they need to learn how to fail. Knowing the fear of failing is what a child needs to succeed. It is best to let kids fail now rather than the future. Because our kids are being nurtured with such care, we become afraid to hurt children. However, because of this fear, we are falling off the world education competition. America is a superpower. However, it won't be for long if we continue to fall off education wise. Compared to other countries, we are at most subpar. Here is proof that America is falling off educationally wise. America is being passed up educationally due to kids being treated so softly. Since we hate to see kids sad, we teach them the wrong way. We want kids to be happy and absolutely hate to see them disappointed. Yet since we try to contain their happiness now, we forget how later on in life they will not always be happy. If they grow up thinking everything is child's play, they will live the rest of their life as if it was child's play. If this were to happen, children would not be able to survive in the real world once they grow up. Parents need to know that happiness is obtained from success. Once a child learns what their purpose is in life and discover things that they do not know about themselves, then master what they can, only then can they achieve happiness. Our generation is too deep into being a wussy. It is very difficult to come out of this state that we are in. However, if we follow these simple steps, we can overcome our situation and better the future for our next generation. Allowing our kids to fail allows them to discover potential within themselves as they will try to be accomplished rather than hanging by the bare minimum, which in our standards seems to be superb since we get rewarded when we really should not. With that being said, petty awards should not be distributed as it is something that gives false ambition, which is what we want to avoid giving since it teaches our kids wrong. With this, kids will have a reason to succeed, allowing them to compete in proper competition rather than having everyone pass. Allowing kids to compete at a young age helps them improve competition and makes their competitive spirit much stronger as they get older. These are a couple of ways to help our generation to stop being a bunch of wussies.